If you're a Squarespace user, you've probably wondered how to optimize your blog posts to get more traffic to your website. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 tips to help your blog posts rank higher in search engines like Google so that all that time you spend creating content doesn't go to waste. I'm Galen from Local Creative Co., and I help creative business owners improve their Squarespace skills and simplify the tech in their business. Don't forget to download my SEO checklist, which you can find in the link somewhere around this video. One of the questions I get asked all the time is, can your Squarespace blog rank well in search engines? And if yes, how do you make that happen? There's no magical SEO plugin like you have with something like WordPress, but the good news is all the SEO tools you need with Squarespace are built right into the platform. Some of the tips I'm going to share with you today are specific to Squarespace, and some of them are just great tips regardless of the platform that you're using that are going to help you make sure that your blog posts stand out in search engines and attract your ideal clients online. The first tip I have for you today is to get really creative when coming up with the title for your blog post. This is one of the most important places to integrate keywords, but not only that, you want to use your title to tell a story that makes people want to click over to your site to read the rest of the post. It's the first impression people scrolling Google have of your website, and it's going to make or break the success of your post. You want to make sure that your title is descriptive, and most importantly, that it helps readers understand what to expect once they get to your website. It's a lot of pressure to put on one little line of text, but trust me, at the end of the day, you're going to be really happy you spent the time to come up with the best possible title for your post. Tip number 2 is to actually make sure your post has enough text content. I see so many blog posts by creatives like photographers where their post maybe has a little bit of text, but it's predominantly images, and this is not what Google wants to see. Most of the top ranking posts in Google have over 1,500 words, so I recommend starting with at least 500 words depending on what your competitors are doing. Use a mixture of paragraphs and headings and images in your blog post to break it up so it's not just one giant wall of text. You want your post to be enjoyable to read and easy to skim. Also, make sure the first few sentences of your blog post are really descriptive to hook readers in and prevent them from hitting that back button. Tip number 3 is to optimize your URL slug. It's that little bit of your URL after your main website that tells us where to find your blog post, and it's something a lot of us forget to look at before we hit publish. Inside of Squarespace, you can go into your post settings and adjust your URL there. You want to choose something that's going to be short, sweet, and descriptive. So maybe choose a few different keywords or one main keyword phrase and put that in your slug separated by hyphens. Now, if you've already done a pretty good job optimizing your post title and optimizing the first few sentences of your blog post, you don't need to worry too much about tip number 4, but that's going to be to double check your page title and your meta description. You can find this in your blog post settings under SEO, and you're just going to make sure you've got your descriptive page title in there, and then you've got a meta description as well, which is about 165 characters that just helps introduce people to your post and encourages them to click over to read more. Tip number 5 is quality over quantity. I'd rather see you write fewer high-quality, detailed posts than a ton of posts that have no real theme or topic. If that looks like posting once a month for you, that's totally fine. If it's once a week, that's great too. Whatever schedule you can stick to consistently to put out content that your ideal clients are searching for. If you're ever struggling to come up with blog post topic ideas, and I feel you because that happens to me all the time, think about what questions your ideal clients are asking you and how can you serve them. Anytime a topic pops into your head, make sure to write it down, whether that's on your notes app, on your phone, on a piece of paper, wherever it is that you have a bank of ideas to come back to when you've got writer's block. Another quick tip I have for you is not to focus too much on categories and tags. People love to dwell on those, but they're actually not as great for SEO as you might think, so spend more time on your content instead of figuring out ways to stuff keywords into your post. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you have a favorite tip, make sure to let me know in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. See you next time.